you've done it. Feel the flames. Shiranui!
Take this.
You'll pay for the...
Raging. Storm.
Oh yeah! Good game. Good game. Well, technically it hasn't been long. I mean, I've been posting videos left and right, but I figured it's the perfect time to kind of give my analysis, but really, well, you already know what this is about. So I say let's just jump straight to it.
Fatal Fury. City of the Wolves.
Okay then. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you're in. Oh, this is definitely not a walkthrough, and this is not some meta commentary. Well, it'll get there. Trust me. This is Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, the beta review. Let's get reviewing, shall we? And whatever time zone you're in, I think it's getting close to the end of the beta. Like, it's getting to the end, and let's face it, they're going to probably do another beta because of probably the feedback that we have left. Alright, so enjoy this smooth jazz. Because if we're going to do a review, we're going to do it with some smooth jazz. Alright, so like I was telling you guys for the videos that well, let's face it, I shall dropped, but it's been a pretty busy week, so let's actually put a timer for it. Let's face it, guys, I talk a lot, so if this goes over the timer, let's face it, it's not that going to be that surprising. I'm going to put it for 20 minutes for now, but maybe we can get it under 20 minutes. But hey, you've been warned, so let's get reviewing. Alright, awesome. So if you really want to know a deep dive or my kind of like how I do my beta reviews, watch my Chia review or anything that's been pretty recent, and that will kind of give you the general ebb and flow I go for pretty much beta or any verdict reviews. Okay, so out of 10, starting part 1, out of 10, what do I give Fatal Fury City of the Wolves beta? Just for now. This is just the beta. 9 out of 10. Yeah, I give it a straight up 9 out of 10. I think that's pretty deservedly. As a fighting game enthusiast, I think it hits all the right notes, and I'll explain what notes it's not really doing well. Did I say right notes? Because of the music? Yeah, it was intentional. Alright, so let's move on to part 2, even though I gave this a 9 out of 10, and I feel like people will give a lower score, which is understandable. But alright, let's pretty much address the elephant in the room, part 2, the negative. Alright, so what is the negative? Let's just get straight to it. The online matchmaking is a piece of shit. The online matchmaking is a piece of shit. Did I wake you up? Cool. Alright, let's roll the next clip. And of course, the server crashed again. Seriously, SNK, you gotta fix this. I know this is the first beta, but you want your game server to be functional, that at least a few of us, even if it's not like the majority of us are playing, this is annoying shit that we...
Fatal Fury. City of the Wolves.
Yeah, I very much appreciate the title and presentation, the music, especially the music, and the fighters, the diverse fighters and the mechanics. But if my game keeps crashing every once in a while or consistently, that's gonna piss it's gonna piss us off. That's gonna piss the fuck out of us. I'm just saying. Nope. Exactly. It's because the online matchmaking takes, in my experience, it takes like about sometimes 1 to 5 minutes, but on a bad day, or if my game doesn't pretty much has a game-breaking glitch, or the game crashes, takes me to the title screen, then I had to go back to the online matchmaking, right? Casual match, you'll get some action, but I hear that people got some action in the room match, and not sexually people. No, it's more of you actually get a match and you don't have to wait long whenever you do a room match. Didn't have that experience because everybody already kind of found a fighting partner by the time they got to room match. But I didn't really get any activity for that. But whenever I did casual and rig match, yeah, sometimes in a good day it's like 1 to 5 minutes. On a bad day, it could take up to 30 minutes. So it was actually pretty ridiculous for the long waiting times in terms of the matchmaking. And whenever I did find a matchmaking, either there was a lag, if there was someone with actual good connection, because I know my connection can be great to sometimes good, but it can be consistently great. I know that. I make sure my connection's great, but sometimes it sucks. In rare cases, but for some of the matchmaking in like some rare cases, or sometimes it was frequent, the matchmaking was absolutely terrible, and the lag was sometimes my match whenever I was fighting with the opponent, it just stopped. Like it literally stopped. No, there was no movement and there was no action from each character. It was horrible, and I was just like, what the heck? I was like, what the heck? And I thought the game crashed on me because nobody was moving, but no, it was the lag it was just the lag for the match. It was just that horrible. So yeah, SNK, you have your work cut out for you. If you do delay, I get it. It was the online matchmaking. I get where everybody says that the menu system is like not great and just has a weird format and the menu just needs to be reformatted. I get that. And I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm okay with the menu system. I think with the comic book style that they're going for, I think they're nailing it. But I can see why by the time the game launches, the menu system needs to be cleaned up just a little bit. I think when the game finally releases, maybe the main menu will be better. I get it, this is a beta, so of course it's not going to be perfect, but that's not really what I'm worried about. I'm worried about the online matchmaking. And SNK they're saying that harder work and trying to fix the online matchmaking. Do it, please, fix it. Yes. If most of us, pretty much majority of us, is complaining about the online matchmaking, yeah, you better get on that shit. It's that terrible. It's that terrible. I'm a guy who put 10 hours in it, and I can honestly tell you, it's pretty terrible. It's actually, it's haunting. It's hauntingly bad. It's that bad. Okay, so that's pretty much the negative. And yes, I guess another negative, but these are minor ones, about the online, or pretty much the main menu needs to be fixed, like just need to clean up what the art style or what they're doing with the main menu in general. I get that, but that's not a nitpick. That's not really a negative to me. And about pretty much you can only practice as Rock Howard in the practice mode, but you can't practice as the other characters, so you're not going to be used to play, let's say, Vox Reaper or Preacher because you don't get the chance to kind of have tutorials for them specifically. That's a missed opportunity, but this is just a beta, so it's not like you still get to practice with other people, but we have to see it in execution. Yeah, I just feel like they limited it just because the full game hasn't released, so I can let that go. It's not really a negative to me, but it is a missed opportunity. I kind of wish I got to practice as Hotaru and the other kind of diverse characters, but they didn't give us that opportunity, so that's okay. Kind of wish they had that, but I get it. It's a beta, so I can let that go. I'm more focused on the online matchmaking. That is going to make up pretty much most of the project, the video game that they're doing. If the online matchmaking is terrible, the whole thing falls apart. Let's face it, fighting game multiplayer is a big deal just for this modern day. So that's what they need to fix. That's my negative. All right, now we can move to part 3. All right, the positive. I'm sorry, SNK, but come on, you know the online matchmaking is terrible. But in terms of the positive, this is kind of my justification of why I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Alright, so the comic book artistic direction is phenomenal. Run the next clip. Let's get it. Oh, freaking course! Ah, that's Rod. Exactly. I think we all pretty much had a consensus that, or we're all in agreement that the comic book artistic direction that they're going for is phenomenal. It's fantastic, and they nailed it. They crushed it. I will admit. Every time I just play an online match that they allowed us play in terms of the beta, the artistic comic book direction they're going for, it never let up because it was that well done. Yeah, there was clearly a project. Considering that I played Fatal Fury Mark of the Wolves, when you compare the art style, which was still phenomenal back in the day, to this one, this is a great, ooh, excuse me, this is a great natural evolution in terms of what they're going for. And yeah, it's definitely, it makes sense. It's executed well in terms of artistic direction. It's never boring. Alright, so the next positive is the Rev playstyles. I'm gonna call it the Rev playstyles because I don't know what else to call it. But the Rev arts, the Rev blow, the Rev guards, they're all executed well, and it's absolutely amazing, and it's fun. Every time we get to execute them and the smart or arcade style, yeah, it feels earned, and it changes off the fighting game mechanics that clearly that they're doing Street Fighter 6 but SNK style. Yeah, so I love doing the Rev playstyle. It changes up. It's like a game of chess, but in a very intricate way in terms of fighting games. Yeah, I thought they were really amazing. So, roll those next clips. Finally, won! GG! Oh, that took forever. South America? Yeah, you are a worthy opponent. Dang! That took so long. I don't know what I was expecting from that.
Are you okay?
And that's why we like playing Terry. Oh yes, I had so many clips for this beta. I was ready for this day. This is what I was waiting for. Oh, so much. Alright, so the next positive is that there were some diverse and fun fighting game characters. No matter how people tailor to certain characters, yeah, and I already gave my preference of characters I pretty much specifically liked and who was my least favorite. All you need to know is Rock Tower is going to be your go-to character, but yeah, all the characters I got to play in the kind of up to 10 hours is absolutely fun. The people who come back from the previous game are still fun to play, even though Terry Bogard, everyone says is slower compared to his previous games and previous SNK games. He was still fun. I still had a blast I had a blast with Terry. Terry was my favorite fighter. I'm not gonna lie. But all the characters, even though Jeanette was not my favorite character out of everybody, I guess, but everybody was diverse. You have your spam characters, you have your fast characters, you have your slow characters, you have your heavy damage characters, but they're all diverse and they're fun characters to play, and no one feels like a weak link in terms of the characters. I would have a clip for you in terms of that, but there was just too many clips I could find about specific character-centric, like, episodes and all that, if that makes sense. But yeah, all of them were diverse, very fun to play, each one of them, and no one felt like a weak link. It's going to be interesting to see the full roster of the playable characters. I kind of wanted to play the wrestler, and I absolutely wanted to play Gato and the other ones. But I think it was smart to do these 8 characters, and you have like 3 of the fan favorites. Well, 4, if we're counting Hamtaro. We're counting Hamtaro. But for all the characters we got, I thought there was a really well balanced. I don't feel there was a weak link. Of course, there are going to be characters, there are going to be people tailoring all to Rock Howard because he's the only character we get to play in the tutorial. But everybody else, let's face it, there was a character for everyone. No matter who you pick, you're gonna get a major advantage, and there's gonna be a minor disadvantage. But that's how you should feel against, or this is how you should feel for a fighting game, or picking your fighting game character. You shouldn't regret your choices. You shouldn't be basically like pawned by everybody because you trained with that character as much as you can. So yeah, I know I went into kind of a tangent about it, but yeah, I had lots playing with as the characters. No one was bored to me. No one was bored to me at all. Alright, so the gameplay and fight mechanics, I thought it was near perfect, but really I think it was perfect. I think in terms of SNK's next, like the sequel to Mark of the Wolves, oh yeah, the playstyle and the gameplay was freaking fantastic. Now, roll those clips.
Out of my way! Goodbye!
Like true Shiganui Ninja. Toad, Shinobi Mochi! How about
Just
it?
getting warmed up.
What?
Out of my way! Fox wins. Sweet.
About it? I'm better! See you! Take this!
Sloppy.
I'm better! See you! Prepare yourself!
Sloppy! Get some!
Hotaru wins.
GG though. GG.
Gotta have faith in myself. I'm stronger now.
Oh, Riku!
Efuken!
Yep, it's cheap, but it works.
Dishifuken! Tackle! Raging Storm! Just getting warmed up. Again!
Love that, Kameya! I think that sums it up. Yeah. No matter what match I did, even though the online matchmaking was terrible, yeah, you can't deny that the gameplay was pretty much fine-tuned to be a well-oiled machine. And I'll use that expression lightly. SNK had something, they have absolute potential to the gameplay. It's fun, it's very easy to execute no matter what match you're playing and no matter what mode you're doing. The gameplay is tight. It is absolutely near perfect to perfect. I thought it was absolutely well done. Okay, so another thing that was a positive that nobody really focused on for the reviews I've done, the ultimates when they're executed, and that's by me or by any other person that you play on the match, is absolutely a sight to behold. They're absolutely well done. Because of the comic book artistic direction that just never lets up, yeah, of course they're going to deliver on the ultimates, and that's where the comic book artistic direction goes ham, 110%. Let's just roll the clips. Oh. Oh shit! Yeah, good move.
Feel the flames
Really?
of the Shiranui clan!
That's her ultimate. It's pretty sick though. Oh no. Oh, that's okay. You knew what you were doing with that. Let's get it. Oh, freaking course. Ah, that's Rod.
If you're not unbreakable, you must have a weakness!
Preacher, wait!
How about this? Not today. To the finale. That was enjoyable enough.
Oh yeah!
It's come to an end.
Get it!
Himmler stop! Battle style!
Woo!
Hey! Oh! Kai! Wait!
Yeah, which one was your favorite? Let's face it, for all the simpers, I'm simping for my life, but pretty much anybody simping, it's gonna be Mai. Mai is gonna be everyone's ultimate. They're gonna enjoy that. Either that or Terry Bogarts, because pretty much it's acknowledging the Fatal Fury animation, and I love it. I love that they acknowledge that. But yeah, let's face it, all the ultimates are executed well and they're never boring. I don't think I have a weak link in terms of I don't have a weak link who has the weakest ultimate because they're all unique and very well done. Yeah, bravo SNK. I think your ultimates were pretty flashy and pretty freaking fantastic. Okay, so the other one, I'm gonna go ahead and show you just to kind of pass the time. And we got like kind of 6 minutes on the timer, so we'll make it fast. Alright, so in terms of the control scheme, no matter what control scheme, if you do smart style, which is kind of like the easiest way to execute your combos, like it's much easier and you don't have to work as hard on it, and I like that appreciation. Or the arcade style. Me, I kind of went a bit of both. If I wanted a little bit of hardcore and just kind of like old school, like Mark of the Wolves, I go arcade style, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you do like smart style, there's nothing wrong with it too. You just don't have to work for your combos as much. And people might say, or the purists might say, why are you doing the smart style? That's not the way the game is supposed to be played. I'd say play whatever style you want, so it doesn't hurt your muscles in a literal sense, because every time I play arcade mode, my muscles kind of tensed up because not only were the online battles that intense, but it was a little harder to execute the arcade, but it wasn't like too difficult. It was made for the people who's been pretty much playing fighting games since Street Fighter 2 or before. So I very much appreciate that we could like switch between playstyle, and I feel like whatever playstyle you do, like smart style or arcade style, whatever style you do, it's tailored to your preference, and the developers took the time to kind of like really focus on just like whatever playstyle you are fitting. Like if you want a hardcore kind of like, hey, old school, then we have the playstyle for you. If you want to just kind of like be like ease into it, a little bit of casual, but still a little bit that you still have to try, then yeah, smart style is the way to go. So no matter what style, you're gonna have a blast either way. So I like that. I like that we can pretty much switch between each style, even in between matches. So I very much appreciate that. That was kind of another positive I like. Now, finishing up with the last two. Yeah, the last one, it's gonna be a double-edged sword, but it is worth acknowledging. So when the online matchmaking works, the battles are very intense, but in a fun way. Yeah, so whenever it wasn't crashing on me, or whenever it was in like shit connection in terms of the lag that was horrible, oh yeah, the matchmaking when you get that opponent is absolutely, it's like dancing, but really it's heads dancing. And I don't know how else to phrase it. It was so fun to fight opponents who was at equal footing with you in rank or casual match. And I'll show you kind of in terms of how many matches I fought whenever there wasn't any lag, kind of like any lag involved. I fought 78 matches, won 29 times, and lost 49 times. Of course, I dominated as pretty much Terry Bogard. I pretty much dominated. I'm surprised I put Preacha, and I'm surprised I played Vox Reaper, but hey, it is what it is. I had a max winning streak of 8, and go ahead and roll these next clips.
Now you're gonna feel the flames.
Take this.
You'll pay for the
Raging. Storm.
Oh yeah! Good game, good game.
Goodbye.
like a true Shinano ninja. Toe-set Shinobi Machi! How about
Just
it?
getting warmed up.
What?
Out of my way. Fox wins. Sweet. Whoops. Damn you. Whoops.
Here comes.
Finally, won! GG! Oh, that took forever. Ah.
Maybe you could do a Rabuken if I drink
South
some of
America?
your blood.
Yeah, you
forget I
are
said that.
a worthy opponent.
Back to
Dang! That took so long.
No, I'm not over here.
Damn, that Gramble move. Damn!
Bye.
Oh, that's how we're gonna do it.
Uh-oh.
Damn! Oh, you cheeky son! Ah! The grapple move? Oh, bullshit. Ah, that's Rod.
Oh goodness, I do have a soft spot for all you brave young souls. You're just... Cut
I don't know what I was expecting from that.
それ
Are you okay?
Dude! And that's why we like playing as Terry. Oh yes. So you could tell, no matter what, the matchmaking, when it worked, it was so fun to play against opponents on equal footing. But sometimes there were some pretty much people who grappled nonstop or used cheap combos that they completely practice nonstop. I respect that, but I don't respect if you basically don't respect your opponent. If you just kind of use combos just to, like, I'm moving to the next match, I do not care about you. But whenever you have that opponent who actually is like, you know what, I respect your time, I'm gonna actually kind of like, I'm gonna kick your ass with so many combos, but I'm gonna at least give you a fighting chance. I respect those battles, and I had so many battles like that. Yeah, there were some battles where there were just people who just grapple nonstop, or use those combos, or spam attacks. Well, the combos I had no problem with. It was just the spam attacks, like with Kind, all the freaking time. That was annoying, and they did it on purpose, because they didn't respect me as a fighter. But when the people who did respect me as a fighter in those online matchmaking, when it worked, yeah, I very much respect them because they value my time and they gave me a fighting chance because they respect me as a fighter. That's why I like the fighting game community so much, because they respect my time and they respect me as a fighter. They respect me as a person. So I'm going to actually try. I'm going to try to kick their ass. And even if I lose like multiple times, as you've seen it in my pretty much beta walkthrough, yeah, it's still a blast to fight them because they do respect me as a fighter. So, hey, it's enough said. So, yeah, that's another positive in terms of the online matchmaking when it worked. Alright, and the other one, and we can turn the timer off because, again, guys, it's a no-brainer. Whether it's pretty much the 4 stages that we have, or whatever, it's like character themes that we don't hear as much, but it's still fantastic. The music's fantastic. Clearly, this music sounds classic SNK from the past with the Persona spin. Just listen to that. Give me a sec. Yeah, that shit goes hard, doesn't it? It so goes hard. And this is just the main menu. This is the main menu music. Sure, it goes in a loop, but it is a fantastic loop. I never get tired of hearing this music, and it's been like up to 10 hours in terms of the beta. So SNK, they need to keep this main music, even if though there will be season pass. That is inevitable for fighting games. It's fantastic. I love the music in SNK, especially in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. And they just released the main theme, Chain Reaction. I think it's called Chain Reaction, don't quote me on that, before the game release, and it's a kick-ass theme song. It's a kick-ass theme song. Even my wife was kind of just like dancing to it, like, this is pretty legit, this is cool. I was like, yeah, it's cool, it's dope. Yeah, the main theme, to the main theme, to the main menu theme, to the pretty much the stages, to for the few times that we get to hear it, the character themes, oh yeah, they're all equally fantastic. Not only is the comic book artistic direction very phenomenal, the music is a standout. It's pretty fantastic. We all can agree, even if you don't agree with me, the music, it kills, it slaps. Even if you're not a music lover, you can't deny that this is pretty freaking amazing music for a fighting game. And that's saying something. Street Fighter 6 has amazing music. This one, on the other side of the spectrum, if you're playing an SNK game, yeah, it doesn't happen often. I have heard fantastic music for an SNK game, but yeah, this is out there. I hope the soundtrack slaps. I really hope that it slaps pretty much when the game is officially released. And guys, that's my positive. So in terms of my concluding thoughts, we're on part 4, because let's face it, part 3, I had a lot to talk about. That's my justification of giving it a 9 out of 10. I think they're there. I think they're almost, well, okay, let me rephrase that. I think they're almost there. I just think they need to fix that online matchmaking. That's the only thing I think they need to really, really focus their time on. But the beta test was pretty much meant to be a network test from what I've kind of read on Google and kind of what SNK is saying. This is their kind of like beta, the network test. And I think that's extremely important, considering that it's been, let's face it, the online matchmaking is shit, and it's still, whoever's still playing the online matchmaking, or whoever's still playing the beta for, I guess, for the short biz that we got, I think they could do better. They really can do better. And I hear that there's a second beta, kind of like what I've been talking about, my beta walkthrough, that's coming up in the May foreseeable future. Yes, please, roll out a second beta so we can test out the online matchmaking that you clearly could have fixed before you started the first one. But if it's better in the second beta, then they have nothing to worry about. Now, you can focus your time on the menu. I think you can clean it up a little bit. I don't think that's essential because, let's face it, there'll be future season pass that will pretty much update the UI. People don't like it, and I kind of don't disagree with them, but it's not a deal breaker for me. I'm more worried about the online matchmaking because you're expecting people to drop $60 knowing that there is going to be a season pass 1 and future season passes, depending on how successful this franchise is, and it will be, but you have to fix the online matchmaking. That is pretty much, if you're going to give us a complete package, I mean, come on, you're giving us an offline mode for a sequel from 26 years ago of an arcade mode and a versus mode, and pretty much a gallery mode and an online mode and whatever mode that you pretty much limit us to. You're giving us the whole shebang. And if basically the online matchmaking does not work, or it's just not, it's shit, then it will be like a house of cards. It will all fall apart. And SNK, I don't want that for you. I really, you were pretty much hyping this up like a sequel after 26 years. Okay, cool. But dude, you better fix that online matchmaking. That is pretty much your selling point, besides the other modes. Offline mode and everything else. If you don't fix it, people are going to be pissed and they're not going to drop $60. Because from what I saw in the all-time high in terms of like player counts, it's still a reasonable amount for the fighting game community. It's not like crazy like Street Fighter 6 and like the, you know, the big three. But they have their work cut out for it. And from what I've seen in other people's talking about their beta reviews, yeah, even though they have time and they need to delay it so they can fix the online matchmaking and whatever else, yeah, I think they should delay it. Because the online matchmaking is a good percentage of their work. So if they don't fix that, people are going to not buy it. I'm just saying. So that's my concluding thoughts. I think everything else, I could even kind of like gloss over the main menu not being the like most unique. I like it, but it's not the best, let's face it. It's just not that, it doesn't stand out compared to your big three that you're trying to do main menu like this. But everything else that I list as a positive, I think you are doing extremely well. It's just the online matchmaking. That is, you need to work on that. If there's a takeaway from this, hey SNK, fix the online matchmaking and then we'll talk. Then people will drop the dollars to try it out. But I know it's not going to be perfect, probably by the final product, but this is why you're doing the network beta, to fix this. You want our honest opinion? Fix the online matchmaking, and then we'll talk. And yeah, guys, that's my concluding thoughts. I think 9 out of 10, I think that's pretty justified. I might be one of the rare minority that basically gives a 9 out of 10 for the beta, but yeah, I enjoyed my time with it. For the 10 hours I got to play with it, I enjoyed my time. I know what the negative is. You know what I just said. That's the takeaway. So, of course, you can leave that like, comment, or subscribe. Let me see if I can go back to the main menu. Nope, I can't. But that's okay. So, yeah, I am actually going to take maybe a legit break. So, it's going to be a pretty much busy week. So, streaming-wise, you probably won't see a lot of activity, which is understandable. So, hey, you'll pretty much see when I'm streaming when I come back. I guess when I come back to the foreseeable future. It won't be long, but it's going to be a pretty busy week, so you're not going to see a lot of streaming. So that's all I'm going to leave you guys with. So have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you're in. and I'll see you at the next clip. Have a good one, everybody. SNK, you have your work cut out for you. Please fix that online matchmaking. I'm just saying.